There are two things that I hate in this world. One of them is driving my wife's Prius. I hate this car. The other thing I don't like is the fact that there are people out there who drive to spend too much money on razors. You can go to dollarshaveclub.com/Hooniverse and sign up, become a member, join the fun, and get these razors delivered to your door. On top of that, you get the razor handle. If you want more, you can get the shaving cream, you can get the butt wipes, you can get aftershave. There's a bunch of other stuff too. They have travel size products as well. So stop pretending like life is like driving this Prius, which is going to the store and spending too much money. This car sucks your soul. Driving to the store and buying the overpriced name brand razors does the same thing. Cut it out. dollarshaveclub.com/Hooniverse and get on with your life and get your soul back. Like I'm about to do with this next car. God, I hate this car. Here on the Hooniverse, you know we love our wagons. You know we love rare wagons that we can't get because they're forbidden fruit. But we do love it even more when they become fruit that's not forbidden. Fruit that you can get. Farmer's market crap, you know? This is an example of that. This is a Volvo V60 wagon. More importantly, bloop, it's a Polestar version. They're only bringing 120 of these in wagon and sedan form to the United States. If you want one, you probably should have already acted fast. This one, it's mine for the week, so you can't touch it. So you can come along with me while we learn about it. So why don't you do that instead? It's mine though, for now. Whee! So, this is my first Volvo experience ever. This is the first Volvo vehicle I've ever driven. And not even from the Polestar perspective, just from the general simplicity yet comfort and usefulness of the interior, I'm kind of smitten. I've always loved the shape of the V60 wagon and the V40s, but sitting inside it, the seats are tremendously comfortable. The layout's so good. The dash display here, the gauge cluster, is again simple but purposeful. It looks so clean. And it's got, it's not an analog gauge, it's a digital gauge, but the whole display just works so well. Everything falls perfectly to hand, which is the old cliched automotive journalism term. But this is the Polestar version. So we do have a bit more awesome going on. Polestar put their hands on everything. The shift knob has a Polestar logo. This steering wheel says number 73 of 80, and it's got a suede on the intersection of the rim. The seats are so nicely bolstered, and there's blue trim there to match the blue on the outside. You've got carbon fiber inlaid in the center stack here. There's so much going on top of the simplicity, but not too much. It's done tastefully, but in a way to let you know that this is something special. That's all you can ask for. But the real meat, of course, is under the hood there. What Polestar did is juice up that Volvo T6 six-cylinder motor. This has a turbo, but this one has a larger twin-scroll turbo. You pop this in sport mode and it'll hold the shift points later on. They put a bigger exhaust on the back, 2.5 inches, and it actually sounds fantastic. It's slightly boy racer, but this is like what you would do. Remember I said the WRX or the Legacy are like for more mature STI buyers? I take it back. This is the car you get. When your job starts paying you more, you can afford a car like this, which costs $60,000. Not cheap, but this car exists in that realm between the normal stuff and just below the luxury stuff. It's like premium plus. So there's tons going on the interior. There's a lot to love. It's not quite a luxury car, but it's not your average car either. Off the line, it's got plenty of get up and go. Volvo says this will run from 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds, which in a compact wagon like this, that's fine, that's plenty. It's plenty quick. You don't buy this to win races. You buy this because you want to have a little bit of fun, but you still need some purposeful utility in your life. Purposeful utility. I guarantee an automaker is going to steal that. Speaking of purposeful utility, we actually have the rear seats folded down at the moment, and all the rest of our camera gear is back there because we're filming 2 cars this weekend. 2 birds with 1 stone. And it fits fine. It has those seats folded down, like I said, which, you know, you got to do that when you want to put more in a wagon like this. But those seats, when they're up, not a ton of room. So I have 2 gripes with this car. One is that the backseat legroom isn't good at all. But you know, at the end of the day, I don't care about that because I'm sitting in the good seat. My second gripe is that I don't own the damn thing. You know I love wagons. You remember the E350 Benz wagon? I loved that thing even at $70,000. I love this one even more at 60 because it has more horsepower. It's got the great turbo motor. It looks fantastic, especially in that bright blue paintwork. And it's cheaper than that Benz, and it's more exclusive. I don't know if I repeated myself, but I don't care because this car's awesome. I didn't even get to the all-wheel drive yet. It's got an upgraded Haldex all-wheel drive system with some rear biasness to it. Besides all the engine upgrades, you've got upgrades to the brakes. You've got upgrades to the tires and the wheels. It's got big 20-inch tires. It's got massive Michelin Cup rubber. It's got 6-piston Brembos up front. The suspension. It's got Öhlins. It's got such a well-damped suspension system. It's firm but comfortable, which means your loved ones won't turn into the ones who hate you and hate riding in your car. This car, when I say it's so well sorted, I mean that. That's because the company behind it, Polestar, learned a lot of stuff from racing, and they worked with Volvo to bring the best of both worlds together, and that's exactly what this car is. It's a great, fantastic, lovely, wonderful wagon that just happens to be bitchin' to drive, and it looks cool too. Win-win, or as Michael Scott would say, win-win-win. I miss The Office too. So a few days spent driving the Volvo Polestar just confirms what I already know. Fast wagons are fun wagons are basically the greatest cars on the planet. You can do so much with this car, and you can have so much fun with this car. Plus, this one's a limited edition one, so you're not gonna see these out on the street. So why can't we get over the fact that Americans want SUVs and crossovers when cars like this exist? This shouldn't be limited edition. This should be everything edition. But I guess it makes wagons that much more special if you don't see them all on the road. That said, I'm gonna spend a little bit more time with this one. I'll see you next time. This is my shift, there you go. So, not quite a luxury car, but it's not your average car either. Ferrari 430 just went by, sorry, caught my ADD attention.